Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Tidal channel. And yeah, I still don't have an intro, by the way. Like it, oh boy, how many times I have to actually make this like joke that I don't have an intro before it genuinely just becomes my intro? This is gonna be a different style of video, just from my usual content at least. This is more of a commentary style video because, well, totally isn't an excuse because I need more time editing my next video, but it's time to talk about tidal wave, guys. Listen, all right, I'm not scared to say my opinion on a topic. It's just this entire situation, this entire tidal wave situation is just dumb. It's stupid. If you guys are not aware, Zoink tweeted out last night. He said, just got told that tidal wave wasn't resent to demon suggestions back when the song got changed due to it being verified on 360 FPS bypass. Because I don't really know what to think anymore. And he goes, the logic is like the difference in difficulty between beating on 360 bypass and just without bypass so drastic for tidal wave. Specifically, that they just didn't send it back. Deadass might try to re-verify on 2.2. I know tidal wave is in controversy. Let's not forget, the majority of the community likes tidal wave. It's just the fact that the haters of tidal wave are so loud compared to the people who like it. Basically, if you didn't understand what Zoink said, they are now not rating tidal wave because it got verified on 360 FPS bypass. What about Avernus? What about Acheron? What about Silent Clubstep? What about Slaughterhouse? Did we forget that all of those levels were verified on 360 FPS bypass and rated? What? So with that reasoning, then that means they should unrate Acheron, tidal wave, Avernus, at least in the minimum. Let's not forget that Avernus has only been beaten on 360 F bypass. There is not a single like 240 FPS user. Silent Clubstep, only 360 FPS bypass users. If that's the reason why you're not gonna rate tidal wave, then why the fuck is Avernus, Silent Clubstep, and all whatever other level has been verified on 360 still rated? Like, I feel like there's something else going on here. Diamond posted this tweet. He goes, so basically, here's what I'm getting at. Tidal wave wasn't verified on 240, so it's not rated. So the only logical thing to do is to unrate Acheron, unrate Silent Clubstep, unrate Avernus, since they were only beaten on 360 FPS, RobTop. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know how you could possibly argue with this argument. Like, I genuinely don't know what to say. Like, what do I say? Like, I don't know. Actually, no, I do know what to say. It's fucking stupid. Not rating tidal wave is straight up a big fuck you to Zoink. Like, imagine spending 5 months trying to beat a level, and it is the hardest level anyone has ever beaten Job to Dash. It got like 4 million views on YouTube, and the reason you found out that RobTop is not gonna rate tidal wave is because the fact that you beat it on 360 FPS, even though RobTop has set the standard that he will rate levels that was verified on 360 FPS. Like, imagine, just think about that. Let that lay low for a little bit. Let's really quickly go through the history of tidal wave. All right, Zoink beats tidal wave. It gets very popular very fast. Most people are loving the level. It's getting praised as the fact that it's not a typical hell level. It has good vibes, good song, and according to Zoink, it has fun gameplay, which is very hard these days. So then, after 3 weeks of it not being rated, we find out that it has failed the mod vote, which is just crazy on itself. I remember when it failed the mod vote, and I was like, what the fuck? So, you know, people like started theorizing why it failed the mod vote, because for some reason it's private. It's like a fucking like VIP club, and we just aren't supposed to know. So we're forced to theorize. But you're like, okay. So first, people thought that it was the fact that it uses a nong, which is a dumb reason, but it's whatever, you know. Only Link went back and fixed it. He actually got a nong that works perfectly with level. It's basically like a little remix of Shy Waste VIP. It's stuff you, and it works. It's basically the song. Then after he fixed the nong issue, all of a sudden it's like, hold on, why is being rated? And so people started theorizing again. They were like, maybe because the entire level is like super unoptimized, you know what I'm saying? So okay, so Only Link then went back to the level and optimized the entire thing. That's right, he went back and optimized the level, and apparently it runs great now. And according to Only Link himself, it runs on 450 FPS, which is just insane. And then it still doesn't get rated, and then you find out today that it won't get rated because Zoink beats Zoink beat it on 360 FPS bypass, which is like what everyone else did before that. At what point do you just start to feel bad for OnlyLink? Like, OnlyLink is trying his hardest to get this rated, and basically RobTop just confirmed. And actually, I didn't talk about this. Let's go bring it up. He said, "Don't worry, next artist reveal will be a short premiere, so people will have time to spam rate Tidal Wave before it's shown." You know, this is obviously a joke, but this shows that he knows about Tidal Wave and he is not rating it. This is basically RobTop confirming that he is not gonna rate Tidal Wave because he sees like this movement of rating Tidal Wave, and he hasn't done it yet, and he's clearly aware of it. And the fact that he hasn't done it yet is basically confirmation that RobTop is just not gonna rate it. It's like, what? Dude, like I said again, not rating Tidal Wave is just the most disrespectful thing you could do towards Zoink. It is literally the pinnacle of geometry dash currently. Like, it's the hardest achievement of all time. Everyone loves it. Most people love it. It has like millions of views on YouTube. What's RobTop scared of? Like, what does he think is gonna happen once he rates Tidal Wave? Like, in my personal opinion, if it's a top 1 and it is the pinnacle of human achievement, then it doesn't matter if the level looks like fucking dog shit, or if it's literally a layout. If it's the hardest level ever being beaten, it should be fucking rated just by the achievement itself. Isn't that right? Thinking Space got rated. People have been theorizing too that RobTop has like his own criteria as to why he doesn't like Tidal Wave. I get it, okay? I get it. Tidal Wave isn't the most beautiful looking level of all time. Like, it's not perfect, okay? It's not a creation by Terry team where like it's not like God himself didn't come down and build the level from scratch, okay? But it's also not that bad. Like, the Tidal Wave haters just cherry pick the smallest things about the level and say like that's why it's bad. Like, no shit. Every level has its flaws, okay? But that doesn't mean in general that the level is bad, because it's decent. And if it's a top 1, it's very popular. It's decent enough that it should get rated. Like, it's not a hot take, is it? And I don't know, like, I know I'm repeating myself in this video a lot. I got one more thing to add before I end off this video. Diamond made a really good point. I'm going to show off his tweet right here. People say that Zoink should just re-verify it on 240 and everything will be fine. Guys, it's not that simple. People act as if 360 FPS makes you the best player of all time. The purpose of 360 FPS isn't to make the game easier, which it does make the game easier barely on some levels. What it really does is it makes the game harder because it allows levels like Tidal Wave to have even more precise inputs. So that's why 360 FPS is a good thing for Geometry Dash. But regardless, that's not a thing anymore with 2.2. So that's a whole different topic. But I just wanted to bring that up because Diamond brought it up and he made a really good point in the tweet. And I think that kind of just sums up my thoughts on the entire situation. This entire situation is just silly. RobTop, if you're watching this video, please just rate Tidal Wave. Nothing's gonna happen, okay? You're gonna have a small minority of people get mad when the majority of people are finally... Look, guys, I know I have memes saying that I'm like the best, I'm like the biggest Tidal Wave defender, but guys, listen, I wouldn't be defending Tidal Wave so hard if it was just rated in the first place. But the fact that it's not being rated, it makes me feel like I have to defend Tidal Wave somehow. I don't think the level is the best level of all time. I think it's a cool level, and that's it. And I think it deserves to get rated, and it should get rated. It should be official. That's all I have to say for it. Thank you for watching the Tidal X3 channel, and as always, 07.